Okay guys, today we're going to be going over how to fill the expansion joints in your driveway. And I'm going to be using Sikaflex Self-Leveling Sealant. I really find this product easy to use. I've used it to fill cracks in the pool decking in my backyard. I've used it to fill the cracks in my driveway that have happened over time. I think it's pretty easy to use, but there are rules you need to follow if you want long-lasting results. So be sure to listen to this whole video to make sure that you don't make any mistakes. First off, you want to use this product when it's between 40 and 100 degrees outside. So make sure it's not too cold. You don't want your concrete to be too cold for it to get a good bond. And since this product is self-leveling, that means it's pretty runny. So this is a product that can only be used on horizontal or flat surfaces. It cannot be used on walls. Sikaflex does make other products that can be used on walls, so check into those if you need to fill a crack on a wall. Before using this product, you need to start with a clean and dry joint. The joint is that gap between the concrete slabs on your driveway. I have another video showing how I removed the wood expansion joints on my driveway with tips and tricks that I think are really helpful, so check that out if you need advice on that. If you think that joint might not be clean enough for the new sealant, you can always scrub it down with a wire brush or a stiff bristle brush. Now that your joint is cleaned out, we are ready to get to work. So the sealant can only be between 1/4 of an inch and 1/2 inch deep to get the best result. So you're typically going to be using a backer rod to fill in that joint until you have between 1/4 of an inch and 1/2 an inch below the level of your concrete to fill in. Backer rod is usually available online in a bunch of different sizes. In the stores, they typically only have 1 or 2 size options available. Another option that you can use to fill the joints between your concrete slabs is a mix of play sand and backer rods together, which is what I'm going to be doing today. That's because I have a huge driveway. I had 45 long joints to fill in my driveway. Using backer rod for that would have been kind of expensive, especially since my joints are about 3/4 of an inch wide and 4 inches deep. So that would have required at least 2 layers of backer rod in my case. So if you're using just backer rod, you're going to want to cut your backer rod to the length of that joint and make sure that you're filling all along the line of that joint until you have just a little bit of a gap at the top, 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch, like I said before. For me, I'm using the backer rod just on the edges of my concrete slab. So this is going to hold the sand into place so that I don't have sand spilling out of those edges later on, especially during rainstorms or something like that. Backer rod is really easy to cut. You can either use a box knife or a pair of garage scissors. If you're using the backer rod and sand combo like I'm using here, make sure that you have that backer rod squeezed nice and tight into the sides of your joint so that, again, you're not going to let any sand flow out of that area once you've got flooding, raining, whatever. And then you can fill in between those backer rods with the sand. When your joint is ready to fill, just cut the tip off of your Sikaflex and puncture the inside seal with either your caulk gun or a tiny screwdriver. Apply that sealant slowly and carefully along the line of your joint. Start at one end and move slowly across until you've got that sealant. I like to have it just kind of like 1/8 of an inch maybe below the top of your concrete. I think it just looks prettier that way. But it is going to be self-leveling as you're going, so move slowly across. Whenever you're not squeezing the trigger on your caulking gun, keep the tip of that tube over the joint. You don't want it dribbling onto your driveway. It's going to not look great, and it's kind of a hard thing to clean up, especially when it's wet. Do not try to wipe it up. Let it dry completely. You can try to scrape it off with a utility knife if you do have a little bit of an accident. But again, the easiest thing to do is to always, no matter what, even when you're not squeezing the trigger on the caulking gun, keep the tip of that tube over the joint. After filling that joint, as an optional step, you don't have to do this, you can lightly dust your sealant before it dries with sand to just give it sort of a textured look that might match your driveway better. So my driveway is kind of rustic looking. That means it's old. And I thought the sand look with it looked a lot better than just kind of like a shiny new sealant next to it. So it's optional. You don't have to do that. But just dust it over. Once it's completely dry the next day, brush off any excess sand with the broom and it's good to go. And it takes 3 to 5 days for it to fully cure. So make sure that when you're applying this product, you're going to do it when there's at least 5 or 6 hours of no rain in the schedule after you're finished applying it. If it is still even a little bit wet or tacky, raindrops on that sealant are going to add like a divoted texture to it that you might not like the look of. That's it for how to use Sikaflex Self-Leveling Sealant to fill the concrete joints in your driveway. As always, if you have any questions, put them in the comments below. I do try to answer them whenever I get a chance. All right, bye guys.